and do your part and let God handle the rest. What do I mean when I say this? Usually, for me at least, life can be stressful sometimes. There might be times where we have more things to do than we have time, right? We might have too many things to do and we can only be in one place at any given time. You only have two arms and two legs. You can only do so many different things. You can only do so much. And so it might be stressful. It might be very stressful at times. And at these times, you might think, oh, where's God to help me at? How am I going to get all these things done? Or why do I have so much to do and so little time? And this is why I made this video. To remind you to let go, surrender it, give it to God, and let it happen. Whatever needs to happen will happen. Whatever doesn't need to happen, it won't happen. This video is a reminder to just relax. Yes, you've already, you did your part. If you did it what you can, then you're good for the day. Rest. Finish what you can tomorrow. There's only 24 hours in a day. You can physically only do so much in one day at any given time. And let's say you work from dawn to dusk. You're still gonna need sleep at the end of the day. You're not a robot. A lot of us try to, especially the ambitious people out there, we try to overwork, get as much done as possible, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it in the long run to lose yourself, give up things that really matter. All the stress, all the different things, it's gonna take a toll on you. It's gonna catch up to you sooner or later. I often try to, hold myself back from doing too much work. Obviously, I'll start having a certain quota for the day. Let's say 1 video a day. That's what my goal usually is. I got one out yesterday. I'm going to try to get this one out today as well. 1 video a day. Edit the video, record and edit, upload, and then I'm good for the day. Anything else is a bonus. And maybe if it's on my day off of my regular job, I can maybe get 2 videos out a day. After that, me trying to do anything more is just going to stress myself out. I can only do so much. Mentally, physically, there's only so much I can do. There's only so much you can do. And most of my videos are trying to make, to give people someone to relate to. I know a lot of my problems, I'm not the only one going through. There's plenty of people out there in the world going through the same things. Some probably worse, some probably better, whatever it may be. But I make videos so that people can relate to them. I consider it a job that, as of right now, I'm not getting paid for, but I do like to make the videos. I like to give my opinion, put it out there, have people listen. And I try to encourage people. Like in this video, I'm trying to encourage people to not stress out, let go. As they say, let go and let God. Let God do his thing. God doesn't want you to be maximum stressed out. Stress is necessary for growth. When you have a lot of things and a little bit of time, of course, you're going to be stressed. But with that stress comes growth. However, you can't grow if you're constantly putting extra stress onto yourself. There's going to be a certain amount of stress that comes with, working hard and being ambitious. But everything else, I would say that is self-imposed. I would say that anything beyond, let's say, a regular quota, doing more than what's necessary, is only going to stress you out. And this is what we would call diminishing returns. Doing all the extra stuff and it won't even have any real benefit. Let's say I did 3 videos a day. The first video might be really good. The second video might be okay. By the time I get to the 3rd video in one day, I probably barely have any energy left. The videos, you're going to see it in the video. I'm feeling exhausted. And these videos are simple, but takes, thought. I put thought into my videos, and then editing them, takes energy, time and energy and thought. And so by the third video, this is what we call diminishing returns. It won't even be the best video. It won't be the best of my work. The first and second might be good. I'm capable of putting out 2 videos a day, but I know it's going to take a lot of time and energy. So that's why I avoid doing it. For the most part, 1 video a day is my goal. I'm capable of doing that. Of course, life happens. There's other things that I have to do outside of making videos, and it can get difficult sometimes. And so at those times where it's difficult and I have more things to do than I have time, guess what I do? I let go, surrender it to God, and I try to stop stressing about it. And here we are. These days I have a little bit more time on my hands because, situations change, and, for the time being, I'm going to take advantage of the situation that I'm in to be able to put out more videos, higher quality videos. As you can see, I'm not sitting in my chair over there. My little desk is over there. I decided to switch it up, sit on the couch. It's pretty comfy, and it should be easier to make videos like this. Being more comfortable should take a little bit of a physical weight off my back. And that's another thing. Speaking of the physical, don't overwork yourself in a way that you try to trick yourself into thinking that you're working hard, if that makes sense. Like some people, they'll do more than what's necessary to trick themselves into thinking that they're working hard, when the entire time there was an easier alternative. For example, I make a lot of analogies with the gym, just because it's simple and it's easy for me to understand. Hopefully it's easy for you to understand. But let's say, someone's lifting up equipment with improper technique. They're doing more work on their body. They're stressing out their body more than necessary to lift the same amount of equipment as someone else who's lifting properly. The person who's lifting properly, with proper form, they're going to see more growth, more strength, more gains for their muscles than the person who's lifting improperly and putting more stress on their body. They might get some muscles, sure, but they're going to walk out the gym in pain, versus the person who did proper form. They might walk out sore, that's kind of what's expected, but they won't walk out in pain. They won't walk out exhausted because they did the right form. You see what I mean? You shouldn't overdo unnecessarily to try to trick yourself into thinking that you're working hard. Go back to the analogy of me making 3 videos a day. 3 videos a day sounds cool. On paper, it makes it look like I'm super productive. But the 3rd video would be not as good as the first. You know what I mean? And so this isn't going to be another video kind of dissing hustle culture. All over TikTok, all over YouTube. For me, at least, I see all these videos. Everybody's, For You page and recommended videos are different. But for me, at least, I see all these videos of, work 24/7, don't sleep. Sleep is for weak people. The grind doesn't stop. Hit the gym every day, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they're recommending me these videos for whatever reason, but I see these a lot, and so it's often that I speak on them. And it's often that I speak on them rejecting them, and how, they're not exactly healthy videos. They're not exactly healthy videos for people to consume, in my opinion, because now they're stressing themselves out to do things that aren't possible. You can't work 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's not possible. 1, you need sleep. 1, you need to eat. You have to do all these things just because you're a human. Because you're a human, you have to do these things. You were designed this way. God designed you this way for a reason. You need to rest. You need to eat. You need to recharge your body. So you literally can't work all day because you need to do these things. You need rest. You're not a robot. So let this video be a reminder to take a step back. Do what you can for the day. The work for today is done. Or if not, if you're watching this video in the morning, finish up your work, finish for the day. And whatever's left over that's out of your control, just hand it to God. Don't stress about it. Do what you can, of course, but don't stress about it too much. Let God handle it. Let God handle the things that are out of our control. And we can just do what we can. That's all we can do. We're only human. But with that said, y'all, I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.
This ain't the last or the best you'll ever hear from me. Continuously proceed to turn it up a degree. That same ABMC melody you always love feels so good you can't get enough. From end to